Supercell has been secretly cooking a brand new game that is going to take over everyone else. Why I can say that is because I completed this game to see everything it has to offer, like boats, rockets,
that's unreal,
alien invasions, boss fights, and also friends we made along the way. But also enemies. Now in order to finish the game you must beat the bosses. To beat the bosses you need better guns and a bigger brain. To get better guns and a brain you need to find chests. And to find chests there are quite a few interesting ways. Most are indicated on the map once you enter the Illuminati triangle. For example, right here is the bald old man's icon, and this is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is look for a swearing man and rescue him. They can be found in different sticky situations. One is where he is running around with a barrel of rum stuck to his head, and other is where he has been caged up by a squad of Mike Wazowski's taller older brothers. In both situations you need to rescue him, mostly by sending couple of bullets on his way, after which he will not only thank you but also show his love and affection by giving you a golden compass in return. Now just follow the way and dig up the chest. Sometimes you can find these barrels laying around in various locations that will also give you whether a compass or a treasure map. With treasure map just follow the X and boom, you have another chest. Next up we have this black monster icon. This is not as easy as the first one, but it's more rewarding. What you got to do is find the head. The location of the head is indicated on the map with this red beam. Now pick it up and take it to the statue. What's gonna happen is you will face couple of waves of monsters, and once you have eliminated them there will be a chest as a reward. Sometimes you might randomly see these piles of sand. These can also contain chests. And if you happen to see fishes, it might be good idea to take few moments to cast in your rod for some rewards. It happens very rarely that you can get this peculiar chest covered with seashells, but it's worth the time because it's one of the best chests in the game. And soon I will show what's inside each and every chest. But before we have to beat the boss located at the middle of the map. In order to do so I need to have power level 150, which means we need to find more chests. And some of the chests can be obtained on the home island. Here we have this shop where you can purchase 3 types of chests for gold. One of the ways how to get gold is where we are going back to the realm, and on the map look for the coin icon, which indicates that on that island there are various ways how to earn some gold. Personally I think it's too time consuming, as there are better ways to get gold. One of which is by selling your old weapons or by completing achievements. To see the achievements go to the beach bar, open the party pass, and there you see various ways to earn both gold, chests, and also cosmetics like legendary skins, weapons, emotes, and of course boats. Also every day there will be this pinata that will also drop one chest. After I had gathered some chests for better equipment I was finally ready for my first boss fight. Since Mike Wazowski's grandmother was no stranger to me, then I knew exactly how to dodge her sneaky tactics to obtain that purple Giza pyramid that was the key to unlock realm number 2. What is realm 2? Well, it has way worse bosses to fight, more islands, and also better rewards. As you can see, it still has the very same boss icon in the middle of the map, except this time she is stronger. If you beat her you have completed the game, but to fight her we must first reach level 300, which means we have to discover even better ways to earn chests and also ways to upgrade the brain. These ice cube looking icons on the islands mean that there you can earn brain cells to become trickier to kill. If you see these blue plants, simply shoot them or hit them with your weapon to gain chests. These chests give you brain chips that grant you different funny abilities. Also there are baddie chests that can spawn just about anywhere at any given time. For that you need to enter the PvP mode by clicking this, and now pretty much everyone will see you on the map. Since this whole video is recorded during the Super Creator Alpha test, then it was quite safe to run around like this, but I must say not always. There was one time as I was opening chests that I found this legendary bazooka. Immediately I had to go to test it out on these annoying ass mosquitoes. After I had dug up the treasure I ran to my boat to return to the home island to cash in what I had just found, but little did I know someone else happened to be online. Yup, it was at this moment I realized I messed up. Seeing how this VG guy picked up not only my hard-earned common chest and also my gravestone, I knew I am going for a revenge. As I was driving 5th gear towards the realm portal, VG guy drove right past me laughing at victory. Despite him being almost 200 levels higher, I was not afraid to fight him. The only problem was we couldn't fight on the home island. We both had to meet up in the realm. And as I was waiting right in front of the portal there was the veggie guy, enabling PvP mode so I could show what I am capable of when I am fully ready for a fight. After I allowed him to waste all his ammunition it was time to hit him back. But the issue was that I had installed a bloody mortar on my boat which has really short range while the torpedoes are way superior. Then I thought I would spin around the boss island and for my luck VG guy jumped off his boat so I can land mortar shots at the top of him. Mortar is actually decent when someone is on the land. The problem was that he had a sniper rifle that deals a ton of damage and could potentially knock me off my boat if he lands a headshot. Luckily I was able to hit him with the mortar that triggered his clones. These clones come from the brain chips I told you just before, and that meant his shield was broken. Of course he decided to jump on his boat to escape but I had my mortar shots ready. As we were trying to land our shots on each other he decided to jump back onto the island to kill me with a sniper rifle, which he was way better at than sending torpedoes on my way. Once again we were trading blows and for some weird unknown reason he had recovered his shield while mine was nowhere to come up again and then this happened. Yup, I got died again. Immediately I went back into the realm to get him back. Fortunately now I was not only going to eliminate him just for sake of entertainment but there was also a 500 gold bounty on his head. Are you serious? I blame my internet connection for that. As I was getting more angry I started making more and more mistakes that led me to die again. And again. But I was determined to show this high level veggie that I am no noob by chasing him down. If you are wondering why is he escaping then it's because on those tiny islands there are little bonfires that allow the player to heal up. Yup, that meant he was low HP which gave me a perfect opportunity to have my revenge. Straight away I managed to destroy his shield and it was time to bring out my brand new bazooka to give him the smoke. That's what I am talking about. Now it was me who was carrying a gravestone and it seemed like veggie guy was too embarrassed for getting humbled by a low level that I couldn't even see him anywhere. Once I got back home it really felt like holding the FIFA World Cup trophy above my head as it was my first kill. Then I gave it to the bold old man and got one revenge key in return. Now it was time to get back to the level 300 grind so I could beat the big boss. But before I had to show I am worthy by defeating the ghost ship and the world boss. But to fight even these bosses I had to do some preparations. Why do I need preparations? Well, have a look at this. One time when I thought I would just pay a visit to the world boss I went from full health with a shield activated to a gravestone real quick. And this motherfather has bloody 35,000 hit points. I guess it's safe to say I wasn't ready and it was time to find chests. One of my favorite ways to get chests is the meteorite shower. Basically loads of these rocks land on one island and you can mine them once you have given the monsters some proper beating. If you happen to find a colorful one then often it has something special inside, like this big ass golden statue. To find all the meteorites and kill the monsters can be quite time consuming though, so there are faster ways. One way is by occasionally keeping eyes on the sky because sometimes there's this cargo plane that drops some loot on a random island. All you have to do is pick it up. Also there's this rocket icon. Simply find the rocket, launch it to the orbit, follow it, and pick up the chest. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What's not so easy is to beat the ghost ship. That thing is a rather rare sight to see as it spawns only once in a while. Compared to the world boss it has only 13,000 hit points, which is still a lot if you have torpedoes that deal 167 damage per hit. What it means is that you need to land almost 80 torpedoes on that thing. During that time it's not advised to die, so you must dodge if he tries to ram into your boat and also avoid the barrage of bombs he sends on your way. After 5 minutes of dodging his attacks I sent that last torpedo on the way to find out that it drops not one but 3 chests, each containing a different rarity chest, one of which is completely new. Not knowing how special this chest is I had to take it quickly to the home island to see what's inside. So first we have the cool chest. This typically contains whether a rare or an epic items. Next we have amazing chest. This is the one that costs 10,000 coins in the shop and it's one of the best chests as it contains epics and sometimes also legendary items. And this is called Ghost Crew Treasure and I am expecting it to have at least one legendary. Shut the front door. That's it? Yup, I couldn't believe my eyes because how much effort and time it took to destroy the ghost ship. I happened to get another one of these sometime later and it actually had a legendary which restored my motivation to spend 5 minutes shooting at the ghost ship. Anyway, since we are already opening chests, let's make a quick speed run what each chest gives. Common chest, as you can already tell, is very basic. Nothing special there. It's only worth for the sake of leveling up your chest power level. Next up we have baddie chest. It does look like it has something rare inside, but in reality it is pretty trash. I have never received anything good from there. Lastly we have that seashell chest I mentioned earlier to be absolutely worth it. That's right. It has a guaranteed legendary. This is why it's worth it. Now when it comes to the golden statues, then these bad boys give you gold. Each gives a different amount. The bigger the statue, the more gold. Also there are those chicken running on some islands. If you catch one of them, then Dave is happily ready to pay a good price for these. The only item we are yet to discover is the chest from the world boss. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It was time to slap that one-eyed Donnie off this lava arena. I took my best legendary weapons with me, a fresh new haircut, and now I was there shooting bullets right into her massive eyeball. Why did I jump off the cliff? Well, it's nearly impossible to beat this boss alone. Even with better weapons and more brain, I couldn't stand a chance on the arena, so I had to use my brain to find another way. And this way I was able to shoot this motherfucker right from a safe distance without her being able to harm me. It was time consuming, but it was clever. In the end it took me around 15 minutes to beat her, and as expected she dropped 3 chests just like the ghost ship did. Hoping that no one else was around, I quickly gathered my rewards and I saw a brand new chest I hadn't seen before. Considering how hard this boss was to defeat, I was completely certain that the chest she gave must be worth a lot. Okay, let's collect some legendary items, boys. Are you taking a piss? A bloody battery, mate? And it's not even that great of an item. After getting scammed so hard, I spent time launching rockets and following cargo planes to level up as quickly as possible. Soon I was level 300, and for the very special occasion, I had to put on some proper clothes to look fit for the job. Driving towards the final boss, I was feeling scared. Taking into consideration the world boss and her 35,000 hit points, I was assuming I am going against a 100,000 beast just to discover Spikey has 25,000 health. Immediately I created some distance between me and her to avoid her shady tactics of trying to run over me, and soon I realized she had learned no new tricks to surprise me. Everything was so easily countered by my swift little legs and unlimited ammunition that tore through her HP bar like nothing. You could see from her face she was so confused. How is she getting humiliated like that? And in matter of minutes she was once again blown in 2,000 pieces as I was there to obtain the final Giza pyramid. If you would like to be part of the next best Supercell game, then the alpha testing starts on the 3rd of November on both iOS and Android. To sign up and potentially even play against me, I will include a link in the description or top comment.